Councillor Brooks.
Thank you, Lord Provost. I stand in support of this reasonable and well thought out amendment as a recipient of this very problem. As the original and ongoing elected member who continuously is objecting to the implementation of the city centre bus gates, I was asked for comment following the removal of the Union Terrace right turn bus gate. Unfortunately, when I was asked that question, this was the first I had heard of this removal. And thus, the loudest voice in this chamber on bus gates found out via constituents and the media rather than officers, a fact that I brought up with the Chief Executive at the time. The performance management framework states that elected members need timely and relevant intelligence so that we can make sound strategic and policy decisions, to be assured that decisions are implemented effectively and that performance and outcomes are improving. I don't think this is possible currently. It would appear that the Council administration seem to be diligent in informing the press on important issues, strategic issues, but fail to communicate with elected members in a timely and wise manner so that we can defend the Council and defend what is actually being said, especially when it's not palatable to the Aberdeen citizens. If this is an internal problem, we need to fix it. Only this week, Councillor McClellan was touted as having defected to the Reform Party following an amendment to our city, Aberdeen City Council website. Now, as much as Councillor McClellan may love Reform and is free to do whatever he wishes to do, it is another example of a material change being communicated before elected members are aware. And I became aware, like many of us, through social media, as did you. So we need to strengthen our strategic communications and be robust in what we have on our media pages. It may be debatable about how this has come about, but we have had much mismanagement of communications, and to name just a couple of additions to the busgate situations, although there are more, we have Resident X issue and the recent NES energy from waste closure, which again, I did not find out via officers. There is something awry in our communication to elected members which I believe needs amending. That is why we are calling on the Chief Officer of Governance to amend the powers to delegate to officers to include notification of leaders, independent councillors and relevant ward members. This will save embarrassment for the Council, the SNP-led administration and the elected members as a whole, in legal disputes, in critical engagements and so on, and importantly, for the benefit of Aberdeen citizens. We call for a revised performance management framework to take cognizance of the examples given and the proposal given here in this amendment. I ask you to support this very reasonable, very well worded amendment from Cllr Kusznir and thus update the performance management framework for the benefit of yourselves, ourselves and the public at large. Thank you, Lord Provost.
Thank you, Councillor Brooks.